Alright, yo, what's up guys? This is going to be a pretty quick video. I just want to go over every single important thing that's going to be coming out in the Christmas update. Alright, first most obvious addition that we're going to be getting tomorrow is the brand new Defender ability, which is going to be Aiku. For the abilities that he could have, honestly, we have not received any information, and it's probably dropping tomorrow, so I doubt we're going to get any sneaks, but are able to predict his abilities from what he does in the anime. I think one of Oliver's most defining features is the fact that he has a really strong physique. Like, he was even able to overpower Shidou in the anime. I feel like one thing that is probably going to be added, I've seen some other Blue Lock games add this as well, is like a stun move where you're able to stun strikers. This might be a little bit too overpowered, so it might not get added. And aside from that, I could definitely see them adding like some sort of interception move, kind of like how Batra has a second tackle, but maybe something even stronger. Aside from that, it's very possible, along with Aiku, that we also do get his flow state, which is probably just going to be like a defensive buff. And before we end this section off, I also want to go over his awakening animation. I have not read the manga, but I have seen manga panels where like Aiku has like a snake spirit around him. I'm guessing this might be related to his flow state. Aside from that, I have nothing else to say for this section, so let's move on to the next one. Alright, so the other day I made a video ranking every single ability in the game, and I ranked Shidou at the number 3 spot, and a lot of people disagree with me. They said Shidou was the best thing in the entire game, right? Because it is pretty easy to score goals with him. You would assume that, you know, they're probably gonna like nerf him this update, or they're gonna do something to make Shidou worse. As a Shidou main, I'm glad to say it's probably gonna be the complete opposite, so I have no idea what this means, but one of the sneaks listed that Shidou is now gonna be able to fly. It's probably gonna be like some sort of jump buff, where like you're gonna be able to jump higher, because again, like in the anime, jumping is one of his main things, and even in his flow state, which is like the demon wings, you do get a jump buff, so it's probably going to make it so Shidou can actually score headers without needing any abilities. That might be pretty interesting to see. And aside from that, there is probably going to be a Shidou and Sei buff. Shidou and Sei right now are already a pretty brain dead combo, because perfect pass into dragon drive or dragon header is basically just a free goal every single time, and you can't even guard them, which is probably one of the worst parts. And apparently they're going to be getting like a special cosmetic thing. I'm guessing it's probably just going to be like a special animation or something when they score a goal. I have literally no idea, but you know, if you guys got a friend that plays Sei or Shidou or whatever, look out for that as well. Alright, the next confirmed buff is going to be Nagi, and I know a lot of people are kind of like 50-50 on Nagi, because I'm going to be honest, he is kind of mid, but like at the same time he's also pretty good, so you can't really call him mid. I don't know how to explain it, but like Nagi's in kind of a weird state where like you can't call him bad, but you can't really call him good. I feel like he's going to be getting a buff to his actual trap ability, which basically lets you trap the ball in the air. This is going to be giving you a shot boost now, so already with trap, if you're near the box whatsoever, you basically just get a penalty off this, so now you're going to be getting a shot boost with that. Another thing I really like to do with Nagi's shot is also actually like fake people out, so if you have the shot boost with that, you will be able to score goals a lot more consistently with this. And also passing is going to be a lot better, like you can do actual long passes. I still think dash is kind of mid because it doesn't give you iframes to my knowledge. They might have changed that, but on release it didn't. So low-key, it would be kind of nice to see dash either get reworked into something else, or I don't know, something else getting changed in the kits, but we'll see. I am happy to see Nagi getting some love though. Alright, the next major thing we're going to be going over is an actual Borrow buff. As you guys know, currently in the game, Borrow is kind of mid, unless you're a new player. If you're a new player, Borrow is still pretty decent, but generally speaking, Borrow is kind of bad. His rush has like end lag, so after you're done using it, you can't move. And his shot is decent against the AI, but against players it's kind of trash. So the developers are actually giving Borrow a brand new shot. I'm going to be honest with you guys though, I'm 90% sure this is probably going to be related to his ultimate, but let's go over it anyways. The U20 match, Borrow actually scored a pretty crazy goal. He was getting held back by 2 defenders and he scored this fucking goal, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't read the manga and I didn't see this in the anime yet, but from the looks of it, it seems to be something like this. It's probably going to be like a long range superpower shot. You already know this is probably going to have some crazy animation. Like I know the Shidou sneak, I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but that one had a crazy animation, so I cannot wait to see this one. But let's move on to the next section. Alright, in this next section, we're going to be going over the brand new game mode in the Christmas update. This is possibly not going to be releasing tomorrow, because part of this stuff is probably going to release on the 25th. I'm not 100% sure on this. However, they are going to be adding a snowball fight game mode as well. This is confirmed already. If I had to guess, you might end up actually having to do a game mode similar to the thing the Blue Lock players did in the first test of Blue Lock, where like they had to, you know, tag other people with the ball. It's probably going to be something like that, except it's going to be a snowball fight, and you're probably going to be able to actually get cosmetics. And speaking of cosmetics, there is also going to be a ton of cosmetics added this update. We're going to be getting brand new Christmas themed emotes, brand new Christmas themed player cards that you can probably roll for. Aside from that, we're also going to be getting goal effects and a brand new Christmas limited time flow style. It's very likely the flow style is just going to be a reskin of something, but like it's going to be limited time. So if you have like an extra slot or even like an alt or some shit, you can probably just pick it up on that and just have it as like a collector's item, because the game's probably going to stick around for a while, you know. And aside from that, there isn't really much else to it. If you guys do want to also support the developers, check the Discord server, or I'll have the link below. Drop an interest in the actual Blue Lock Rivals update event, and they said if they get 300,000 interest, we're actually going to be getting a better code. So, you know, if you guys want to get more lucky spins off that, I would definitely recommend doing that. And aside from that, that's it for the video. Have a wonderful day and goodbye.